Happy Sunday morning, everybody. I hope you're all nice and chilled on your sofa with your feet up with a cup of coffee. I can't lie, I totally broke a sweat from filming all that b-roll, the lengths I go to get good content. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Agnes. I'm a nail technician and a content creator sharing all things nails and so much more. And today I'm back with a day in the life of a nail tech video because you guys love them. We are going to spend the day in the salon together. I have a whole bunch of things that I want to get done. I never think I get up to anything interesting, but you know, here I am. So let's get straight into it. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking,
oh my gosh, look at her hands. They're mismatched. How dare she call herself a nail technician?
well, I was filming some content just the other day and I needed my left hand like this. So that's the first thing we're gonna do today is get this hand to match this one. Also, shout out to Reese, my partner. I stole his hoodie today. I like it, it's cozy. Speaking of Reese, he got a new job with Ren, so that's going all well for him. And with his new rota, he's actually working on a Sunday, which is so strange because normally we have the weekend together. So hence how I'm here. It's very unusual for me to film on a Sunday. So yeah, I'm channeling my cozy vibes. I've got a cozy hoodie on. We're gonna hang out and we're gonna have so much fun together. I'm gonna turn up my cupboard lights on. If anybody's wondering, my cabinet is from IKEA and we've recently took the glass doors off of the cupboards, just the top display cabinet. Because the glass cabinet doors have like a white border around it, I felt like it was sort of taken away from what I was displaying inside the cabinets, and it's just more accessible now for clients to just come up and try testers, and yeah, just to promote sales a little bit more. It's more sort of open and inviting. Speaking about my cabinet, this top one here, I normally display new gel polish collections up here as well as my awards. However, in one of my recent videos, I spoke about wanting to change this display over to my Aliana hands, which I won in their competition. I now have 4 of them, along with the one that I purchased myself. And honestly, since I changed this to the Aliana hands, I haven't had a single client in who hasn't mentioned about these hands. They just look so realistic under that light, which just casts a shadow over the veins and everything, which just adds to their realism. They look so good up there. And it prevents them from getting dusty, so it's all good. And I can just reach for them really easily if I am looking to work on one of them, so yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about is recently somebody commented on one of my videos saying that I have too much stuff on my nail desk. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys what I do have on my nail desk and why I've got what I've got on my nail desk. So this is normally my nail desk plus the armrest for a client, which I took away for now because we are going to do my nails. So I'm going to start on this side of my table. Ignore the mirror there at the background. We've changed some things in the salon, so I'll tell you about that later on in a video. Anyway, I've got my phone stand here along with my phone. Tissues, I tend to get a tickly nose whilst filing, so I keep them handy and clients often need one as well. Sometimes there's tears to be shed. Anyway, phone stand for a client, coaster for their tea or coffee. Normally I would have my armrest here, but I've took it away just because we're going to be working on my nails. My nail lamp, my dust extractor, which is built into the table, which is in dire need of a clean anyway. Then over here, recently I've started keeping some cuticle oils, which I retail, just to really shove it in people's faces so that we can get some sales in, baby. So these are the cuticle oils which I got about a month ago from Nail Order's Easter sale, and this is all that I have left of them. I think there's a pack of 6 you get. So considering I have a client base of around 30 odd clients, these have sold really well. Okay, then over here, in terms of nail products that I actually use, this is all that I have here on my right hand side. Someone actually asked me about this towel situation, why I have it, and how I fold it, I think. So the reason why I have this here, I don't think I could do my job without it, let me tell you. I find this an essential thing to have next to you as a nail technician doing nails. So basically it's just a small square sort of face towel, which I fold in half and then I fold it in half again. The reason why I have this here is it's actually missing a towel. What I do is I get a nice big towel. These are Costco kitchen towels. I swear by them. So what I do is I just fold that in half like that. This goes in between my towel, and then I fold this in a little bit, and then I fold it over like that. So the reason why I have this is when you're working on clients' nails, you're doing gel polish or nail art or whatever you're doing, a little bit of ooze or fluff or dust goes onto the gel polish. I go in with my clean-up brush and then I wipe my brush clean off it. Same way if I get a little bit of gel polish on the skin, wipe it away, wipe it onto the towel. So this is my clean-up towel, and the reason why I keep the towel underneath is it keeps it more in place. It doesn't float around, whereas if I had this on its own, do you see how that just flew away? So the towel just keeps it in place, and then you might argue, why don't I just use the towel instead? Well, you're using gel polish, it's gonna stain your towels. So hence why I keep a disposable bit of kitchen roll on here. So when I'm finished with my client, this goes in the bin. At the end of the day, I'll shove this in the wash. So I have loads of these rotating, and yeah, that's why I have it. And you should too if you don't, because it's the best thing. Another thing it's good for as well is when you're using multiple brushes, they float around your table. So putting it on here keeps it in place. Same way if I'm using a liner brush or whatever and it's got gel polish on it and I'm gonna come back to it, rather than putting it on the table and get my table covered, popping it on here, it's never gonna touch the table and it's never gonna roll around either. So it just helps me stay tidy when I'm working. So we've covered the towel situation. It's a little chip on my IKEA desktop, which I'm raging about. I really want to replace this actually because, as you can see here as well, my lamp, where I move it from one hand to the other, it's really scratched the table. And with this sort of fake sort of wood effect, you can really see it. So I'm looking to get a white tabletop next time I replace this, which I think will be pretty soon. Okay, so let's start over here. I have a glass jar with some barbicide, tweezers, always come in handy. Sometimes you get some fluff or ooze. It's really easy just to remove with tweezers. I also use this to apply rhinestones or 3D gems or whatever. Hand sanitizer, I use this on every single client before I start working on them, just to keep everything nice and clean. I have my isopropyl alcohol for disinfecting my drill bits, nail files, cleaning my table. It's 99.9%, so it does kill everything. I have my acetone in a pump bottle, which is really easy to just ta-da. Then here I have my NAF Pro Moisture Pro hand cream, which is really good. This is infused with hyaluronic acid, so this soaks into the skin super well. Really good for clients whose hands are not too dry. For clients who are having really dry hands, I go for Navy Balm, which is a lot richer. It's sort of butter-like texture, quite greasy, so it really nourishes dry hands. So that's why I have that there, along with Navy Pro Cuticle Balm. I kind of go between this and Nail Orders cuticle oils, which I also have in this tub here. Currently on my table, I have the two that I am retailing, just to promote them and let clients try them before they purchase. Here I have all my brushes. I have my wax pencil for rhinestones. I have some dotting tools in here, clean up brush from Hona, which is quite frayed. I need to replace this actually. Then I have my long liner brush for doing builder gel, just to get really close to the side walls. And then here I have my 4 nail products, which I use most often. So that's the Gel Bottle Extreme Shine Top Coat, Clear Rubber Base, Matte Top Coat and Clear Builder Gel. So I use these very often. Then here I keep my wax strips, which are just cut up into little squares for wiping the nails. Recently I've started to keep a flash cure light on my table as well for when I'm doing builder gel. Some clients' nails can be really curved or they can bend in a certain way where the builder gel can flood off the nails. So sometimes I will just zap it with my Flash Cure light before letting them put their hands into the light. It just keeps everything nice and tidy. On this tray, I have my Navy Pro tools. So I have my gel polish removal tool, I have my cuticle pusher tool, and then I have this little sort of hook thing for catching any bits under the nails. Another cuticle tool, my cuticle nippers, nail trimmers, and then here I have the drill bits which I use the most, so I keep them really handy. So Willow Academy penny, this one's not coming to me, and the Pitch Cone drill bit by Lucy Pastorelli. So these are my holy grails at the moment, and I keep them really handy. And as soon as I'm finished with them, after they have soaked in the barbicide, I spray them down with IPA and scrub them with my brush, and then they live in this little dish here. And I also have my remote for my dust extractor that's attached to my table, which lives over here, which is the Salon Air by Vodix. So that's everything I keep on my nail desk. I find it all pretty essential. Let me know in the comments below if you think this is too much stuff on my nail desk. Let's fix these nails. So I'm just gonna reach for the Willow Academy penny. I'm so predictable. Let's load her up. Let's make some noise. I power my e-file up to 21. I'm gonna switch on my Vodix because we don't like no dust. Please don't laugh at me. This is very awkward with my non-dominant hand, but anyway. So these nails are going to come off fully, so I'm not hesitating in terms of getting right in there with my e-file. Obviously being careful not to touch my natural nail underneath. So awkward. I'm just removing the bulk of that builder gel so that we can soak all of this product off. Matter of fact, see, like that, I can put my e-file down without having to stop it because it's not touching the table. It's just a good little cheap and cheerful, happy little all-round hack that you have to be doing. I don't know if it's just my thing, or does everybody do it? Do you have a little towel like this? Do you use a little method of sort of all-round essential little helper next to you? She's still going. Anyway, I'm going to just trim my nails down so that will, stiff. So that will save a lot of time rather than having to remove it on the tips as well, which we are going to get rid of anyway. Oh, it's quite tragic doing this to natural nails. I've done so well as well. I feel pop. It's Nail Order Sinner Gel that I have on my nails, and they say it's a more flexible system, and they are certainly not wrong about that because the way you cut into it, it's almost like spongy. Really weird, I don't know how to explain it any better than that, but it's quite soft feeling, but strong. And I think that's the whole thing they've went for. Also, please excuse the state of my hand. My eczema has really been playing up. We all have our battles, don't we? Anyway, let's get rid of these nails and let's get rid of all that builder gel. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm just going to switch my e-file off. My essential little nail brush, dust off the excess dust before popping that into my barbicide. Now normally if I was doing a full builder gel removal on myself, I would just file the whole thing off. However, everything's a little bit more awkward when you're working with your non-dominant hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some rough etching lines on this builder gel, and I'm actually going to put my foils on and I'm going to soak this off. I just feel like it'll be a lot more easier than trying to do this filing business with my non-dominant hand. So the reason why I'm putting these filing lines in is if I was to just pop my foils on directly after removing the bulk with my e-file, this texture is quite smooth, as you can see from the e-file. So the acetone is not going to penetrate into that product as well as it would onto this etched sort of porous surface. Even though you've broken the top coat seal with your e-file, it's all very smooth. So hence why I'm putting these filing lines in here, just really rough, sort of all over. I'm not really paying too much attention to how I'm doing this because I've still got plenty of builder gel on my nails. I'm not going to break through to my natural nails just yet. So I've done that. Literally took me like a minute. I'm going to reach for my foils. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got my acetone. When I'm doing removals with my foils, I like to do a little fold here. It's just a habit that I've sort of picked up. I find that it wraps around the nails a lot easier and quicker, and it's a lot neater, whereas this is quite flappy. Folding those edges down just makes it so much easier to pop them on, and if you're doing 2 rounds of soaking, it's a lot easier to pull these off and put them back on because this is not flapping around when you're trying to put them back on your fingers. Needless to say, these ends are quite long, so by the time I twist this round, the pad bit is going to be away elsewhere, so hence why I do it. I don't know if it's just my foils or if it's majority of them that are made like this. Obviously it's to cater to all sorts of finger sizes, but for smaller fingers I would just pop this side down. And I'm just going to chill out for a few minutes and let this do its job. Okay, so I've had these on for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to reach for my gel polish removal tool by Navy Pro and let's get scraping. I'm going to pop my foil back on for a second round of soaking, and I'm going to repeat the process for all 5 nails. Just going in for my final scrape now, and this really isn't having a great time soaking off, which is a bit annoying, but whatever, we've got most of it off anyway, so that's good. Okie doke, I'm just going to get rid of my foils, get rid of all this nail dust. Now I'm going to go in with my hand file and just get rid of any product that's left on my nails. It is just gel polish I've got on my other hand, so we are going to be reapplying product, so I'm not too worried about leaving little etching lines on the nails because that's what we want. Fix my shape. Just nice and short and rounded. When I'm working on my right hand, I find it's easier sometimes to just move my finger when I'm filing as opposed to the hand file itself. I've actually been really enjoying the short nails, well, on one of my hands. Sometimes it's just a nice change to lose the length and just keep them short and you sort of regain sensation at the tips of your fingers. It's quite nice sometimes just to be poking at your phone like this as opposed to swiping like that. So yeah, I do swap and change, especially when I'm like filming content and whatnot. Speaking of which, the video that I filmed for which I cut all my nails off, I am actually going to upload it this afternoon. So once we finish these nails, I'm going to quickly jump on my laptop and add the description and upload the video for you guys. So I filmed like an ASMR type video, which I've never done before. Some lessons were learned during the process, such as my LED lights on my gel polish wall. They make a sort of high frequency sort of buzzing noise, which I didn't realise the mics would pick up. So that's quite distracting on it. But do you know what? You can't just keep striving for perfection first time round. You've got to make your mistakes, and the video's going up. So I spent a full day doing those nails, so I am not wasting the content, but lessons have been learned. And if I ever do, which I probably will, I had a lot of fun doing it, when I do another ASMR type video like that, I will know better. Like, it's crazy how many things you have to consider when you're making content. So yeah, things that you wouldn't even think of that you have to think of, but we live and learn. Since Tenerife, I had a really quiet spell on my YouTube when we went off on our holiday, beginning of May. It was just a crazy build-up of clients before we left, and then the week away, and then when I came back, it was really crazy with clients, obviously because everybody's trying to squeeze in before you go, and then people are overdue. So I did have a quiet spell on my YouTube. I don't think I posted any videos for about 3 weeks, maybe 4. And honestly guys, I so missed it. And algorithm is a bitch. It's been quite hard getting back on track, but the statistics are going back up again, so that's good. We're all just out here trying to make a penny. I'm just so grateful that I have you guys watching my videos and subscribing, and I'm just so grateful that I get to do all this in my little home salon. And I love filming videos. It's so fun. It's really stressful, mind you, but on the whole, it's really fun filming and composing these videos. And I love that I get to connect with like-minded people through my YouTube. It's just great. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Now, if I was doing my left hand, I would go in with my e-file to push back my cuticles. However, with this hand, it's quite awkward, so sometimes I actually find it's easier just to push them back with my cuticle pusher as opposed to trying to angle your e-file in all sorts of positions. So I'm just pushing my cuticles back, scraping off any dry skin that's lying on my nails. I am quite happy with that, so I'm just going to go in with my cuticle nippers now, again by Navy Pro, and I'm just going to nip away any skin that appears white. I hate doing this hand, but anyway, that's as good as I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna give my cuticles another push back just to make sure this is all nice and as tidy as can be. Now I am going to give these nails a wipe over with my acetone. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with the Gel Bottles Clear Rubber Base Coat. I'm applying that all over my nails, really pushing it into my nail plate, into those edgings that we put onto that nail plate. And then just capping that free edge. I absolutely hate this little stumpy bit on my middle finger. I'm pretty sure it gets called like a teacher's finger because teachers will write a lot. But for me, it's from holding my e-file for doing clients' nails. I really should wrap some tech tape around my e-file or my finger itself, but ain't nobody got time for that. But I really should. Ooh, I'll touch my cuticle. I cannot wait to have both hands matching. It's been a couple of days now that I've had one hand short and the other red and long. So it's been overdue and I'm glad I've finally gotten around to doing this. Let's get a little cleanup brush. The one I have is by Hona, and like I said, it is really fraying. I've used this for about a year now, but those bristles just will not stay together. So just wipe that little bit there and into the light it goes. So because it has been a couple of days since I did this hand, and obviously I filmed the content, these are looking quite scabby already, which is quite annoying, but at least they are matching, and I'm going to be filming more content anyway on this hand, so I'm not too worried about it. We have on the colour Diana by the gel bottle. So let's get her open. Mad skills doing this with one hand. Yeah, so she's just like a milky, really cool white wash of colour. I just did the one coat on this hand and I really like the way that's came up. 92, 93, 94. We have a big field next to our house and there's lots of dog walkers who come up, so I swear there's so much audio on my videos where there's just dogs barking like wild. So annoying. Anyway, let's get her on. Please do not judge me, this is horrific. I'm feeling so much pressure doing this in front of the camera with everybody watching me. I am trying my best with my little non-dominant hand. I mean, it would really help if I leaned on something, but that would make it too easy, wouldn't it? I think it's lunchtime. My stomach is starting to rumble. Ooh, shaky hand syndrome. So this colour is named after Princess Diana. It's from the Gel Bottles Influential Women's Collection, which came out, gosh, years ago now. And it is just a gorgeous wash of sort of natural white over your nails. That is stunning, such a clean look. I use this quite often if my clients have like Teddy builder gel on and they want to sort of lighten the colour without fully changing their builder gel, so this always comes in really handy. Now I'm just doing one coat of this. Now you've lost my face point of view because my camera has run out of charge. Tidying up this little bit here, but flooding into the cuticle. See, like that, I'm just wiping my brush on my towel, making it super easy to manage any messes. I'm gonna pop that into my lamp. Okay, that's all cured. So I'm just going in now with my Extreme Shine top coat by the gel bottle. With my cleanup brush. So whoop, so whoop, swoop. This is messy. I don't like it. Okie doke. I am as happy as I'm going to get with this hand. So I'm going to pop that into the light to cure. And we're all done. Why do they look different? Oh well, I don't care. They're better than what they were anyway. Probably because I've just done these and the colour's going to settle. I think there's still a little bit of builder gel under this product. I just quickly whack them off so that I could start filming. A little bit of cuticle oil for these crusty nails. Just gonna give that a little rub in. Going to put some hand cream on. I quite like that hand cream because it doesn't interfere with my eczema. So clearly it doesn't have any nasties in it. Yeah, this is much whiter, but it definitely is only one coat on here. So it obviously must be the fact that this has been on for a couple of days and the colour must just change slightly. Anyway, here we are. We're all fixed up, thank God for that. Now I'm just going to quickly fling a fish pie into the microwave and I'm going to feed myself because I am starving. Freya's got a new big girl eating setup since the last time you guys would have seen it. So yeah, she's got a little table, which I think is just like a cupboard shelf thing from IKEA that I had lying about, and I thought, oh, we'll try that rather than having her food on the floor. And it's taken her a little bit of time to get used to this, but she seems to be enjoying it, I think. Slowly but surely it's growing on her, isn't it? Let's get you some lunch, shall we? Freya's going to have a little soup today. Because it's not been long since Freya had some wet food, she's just going to have a light lunch. There's a big girl eating from a table. Anybody else's cat have all the wet bits and not the meat bit? Weird cat things. So I'm going to have my lunch, which I have already made a start on. I love food. This is so good. I think it's from Sainsbury's. I am starving. And then I'm going to pop onto my laptop to post that ASMR video for you guys. I hope you enjoy it or enjoyed it, because you guys will already have seen it by the time you watch this video. So this setup in the salon has changed quite a bit since the last time you guys saw it. Here where I'm currently sat, I did have the Chloe chair by Living It Up, I think it's called, the company, for doing pedicures and gel toes. However, some of you will know I had to go for a spinal operation beginning of last year. So under my surgeon's instructions, I wasn't allowed to do gel toes. My Chloe chair was just taking up space. It's been over a year now since my operation, and I did have a consultation with my surgeon and they gave me a go ahead to start doing gel toes again, which I'm super pleased about because I do like to do toes. I don't think there's many nail techs out there who will agree with me when I say that, but I just find it incredibly satisfying because people do tend to neglect their feet, so when you do them it's really satisfying. So with that approval to start doing gel toes again, given that I have a bed rather than a chair type situation where I'm not taking the weight off people's feet, I got the go ahead. So I have been plotting and planning on purchasing one of those electric beauty beds that you can bzz up, bzz down, but they're coming in at like £1,500–2,000. So erratic me normally would just be like, I'll pay it off over time, we'll just buy it, and that's that. However, the more that I thought about it, I was like, I haven't done toes in a year and a half. I don't know how I'm going to get on with it, with my back and everything. So I thought, let's get a second-hand one just to be sure. So I went on Facebook Marketplace, managed to find this. It's an absolute bargain. So far I have done 2 clients' toes and it's been great. It's a lot higher than a Chloe chair. The leg support comes right up as well, so I don't have to take the weight of people's legs, feet. So it's been really good, and I've used my little armchair for myself to sit on, and Reese kindly took 5 centimeters off the legs as well, so it's just the absolute dream setup now for doing toes. So I'm super buzzing about that. But that did mean that I had to get rid of the mirror that was here, along with the drawer, shelf, console, table, floating shelf situation that I had here. So there's like patches of filler on the wall, which I need to sand down and paint over. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's a little bit of extra money without also having to take on new clients, because I am sort of part-time doing my YouTube as well. So it's allowing me to make a little bit extra money with the clients that I already have, who have been asking and asking and asking for gel toes. And it's been a nightmare for clients as well, who come here for nails and then they have to go elsewhere for their feet. So it's logistically a bit awkward for clients. So everybody's been super happy about this bed appearing in the room. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to jump onto my laptop. I've already posted the video, so I need to just finish writing the description, and I need to quickly do a thumbnail for the video as well, and then we're good to go. It's my first ever ASMR. There's some things that I've learned from it, but yeah, I hope you guys like. Guys, how cute is my new Starbucks sippy cup? It's pink and it's got a sort of a sheen through it. I love it. And then I wonder where my money goes. I do not know why I bother with curling my hair, because it is flat. Anyway, you might have seen in the background, I've had this little gadget, which we are going to unbox. I picked this up in Tenerife from LA Hop, and I thought this could be really good for filming content. So let's see if it's any good. We saw quite a lot of those LA Hop shops in Tenerife. Vlog pending, potentially. I did film loads, but yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna fit it into my schedule. I don't know if you guys are interested either, but I have filmed a vlog, so yeah, you might see it come up. But anyway, we were in Alley Hop and I found this little thing. So basically it's got like a little sticky pad thing, which I'm guessing you attach this to a table or window of your car or wherever. Look at this. Yes, love a satisfying clip. Oh, it's sticky. Oh shit. What do we do here? Okay, so I'm guessing I do that. Oh, good. What do you call it? Hinges? Good hinges. Is it hinges? Do you know, this is literally Aliana Han's base, which I've sort of destroyed a little bit. Yeah, it sort of came apart. So it's on a thick slab of stone with the same sort of sticky idea. So this actually attaches on here. I don't know why it's came off. I don't know how this has came apart in my drawer. Anyway, yes, so that's the Aliana stand. They're literally the same thing. So that means I could essentially use, oh my gosh, I could use the little phone holder from the Alley Hop tripods on my Aliana hand, which has a good sturdy heavy base. Will it work? Will it work? Yes! No way! Okay, so I'm guessing you tighten it with this? Yes. No. That is quite solid. Yes, I can use this on the Aliana, and then if I want to, I can stick this on a car window for filming when I'm taking you guys out with me. Oh, I am so excited about this, because I don't want to keep sticking this to the table and then wasting this sticker, which I could use on the car. But apparently you're not meant to use these car window attachment sticky things on the car window like all year round, because apparently they get like they melt in the sun, is what I've heard, and it can ruin your windscreen. So I'll maybe not be doing that. So I'll just use it when I'm filming and then take it off, and then maybe put this little cover thing back on when I'm not using it. But yeah, I didn't think I could use it with my Aliana hand base. I mean, technically it's the same thing. So yeah, I could just take my phone and then I can just whatever way I want to have this for filming content. Ooh! I love a gadget. Yes. So just stick my phone on here. And then I can maneuver this whatever way I want. It does sound a bit plasticky, mind you, but who cares if it does the job? We don't care whether she's plasticky or not. This is great, and I can do my nail stuff here. Yes. And then this. I love gadgets that just make my life easier. I'm so excited about this. I should probably, oh. So yeah, this is it the same size? Okay, it's slightly smaller than the Aliana one. So the Aliana has little notches. You hear that? For how high you want it. Whereas the LA Hop doesn't have any notches. You just secure it with this little screw here, and then that keeps it in place. Same mechanism. The little lock here to suction it onto whatever you want it on. Okay, this is great. This is a win-win situation that I didn't even think I could have. I'm excited. So that's my phone holder for filming content. LA Hop X Aliana. Dream combo. Woo! Let's move on to other things. In other news, next week I am going to be filming my third shelf, which is the purple shelf for my series of swatch my entire collection of gel polish with me. So I think what I'm going to do is make a little start with the swatch sticks, just getting the names of the gel polishes printed out and stuck on the swatch sticks, so that it's one less thing to do in the video where I swatch them all, because this is going to be the biggest shelf yet. Wish me luck. Alexa, what's the time?
It's 5:18 p.m.
Okay, so Reese has just finished work. He'll be home soon, so I should be a good little girlfriend and make some dinner for him coming in. So what I'm going to do, work smarter, not harder. I'm going to go through my full shelf of purple gel polish. I'm going to take photos of all the names on my phone. Then we're going to make dinner, and then we can do the labelling once Reese is home. And we're probably chilling on the sofa together, so I'm going to do that. Didn't really get much done today. Filming takes forever. Like, forever. Watching this, you're just gonna be like, well, what have you done all day? But honestly, moving the camera around, waiting on it charging every now and then, in between clips, tidying up some riots around your house which you don't want the full internet to see, you know, things like that. That's not that bad, but it does take forever. Matter of fact, I have been filming on my DJI now for a good couple of months, and I love it. If you're a content creator, I would 100% recommend. I cannot speak highly enough about it. But the only thing is, the battery drains so quickly. So I'm going to look at getting, there's like a battery pack which you can get for it, which just attaches on, and then you've got like double the amount of battery life, I think it is, or is it 3 times the amount of battery life? Anyway, DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is notorious for a battery, so if I could get that, that will hopefully take away the kind of half an hour that I have to stop for every now and then to fill her up with energy. Anyway, I've just seen Reese pass, so there's my good girlfriend Deed out the window. Well, at least it lets him shower while I sort the dinner. Let's go see what I can knock up. You never actually see me cook dinner in my videos because I'm always filming when you guys see me, and then Reese just helps out so that I can keep going with the filming. But I'm gonna take you guys along with me today as I make dinner.
Nice hoodie.
Thanks!
Looks cute under there. Hello, YouTuber people.
How was work?
Work was good.
Tell the YouTube family how your new job is.
My new job is...
My juju.
My new job is going very well. I've finished my 2 weeks of training and now I'm out by myself doing plans for people's kitchens and bedrooms.
What is your job title?
I am a kitchen surveyor at the moment, and then in 6 months' time I'll be trained to be a templater.
Woo!
So I had two templates to measure. Not templates.
Welcome to my life.
No. 2 plans to do today, and then tomorrow I'm driving to Hull. It's a 5-hour drive there and then 5 hours back to get my new van.
And how does it feel working on a Sunday?
A little bit just didn't feel like a Sunday anymore, and it was nice driving around with no traffic. Not too bad.
And we got a lovely day in the salon. Do you like my hoodie?
Do you mean my hoodie?
It's my hoodie today.
Yeah, I can't remember when that was last washed, so.
Lovely, that's what we all wanted to hear.
I've only worn it a couple of times, so it's not that bad.
So, plot twist, Reese ended up making dinner again.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, you're better at making dinner. Because we had some chicken going off. I was uninspired, and you're working tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've got a long day, so I'm gonna make my dinner idea tomorrow.
Yeah. We have soy, garlic and ginger braised chicken with rice and cucumber.
So good.
So here I am, spending my evening in the way that I normally would, on the couch with my headphones on and Reese playing games on his PlayStation, while watching some nail videos on YouTube. As planned, I am printing out the labels for the purple swatch sticks. All was well until I ran out of sticky label, and as you can see, I was not happy. So quick refill, and I'm back with a homemade strawberry, pineapple and peach ice lolly. How fancy am I? It's been such a favourite snack recently. I love to have that as a smoothie, but having it in a frozen form, that's another level. This particular evening I was tuning into XO Sam Nails, who is doing so incredible here on YouTube, so little shout out. A long while after I finished cutting out these labels, and my fingers were not in a good way. But anyway, the show must go on, and I did finish the full shelf worth of swatches. Swatching video coming soon. Good morning everybody, it's the next day and we have some errands to run, and we're also going to test out the Ally Hop phone holder windscreen gadget thing. I've got a doctor's appointment this morning. There's a little mole type birthmark thing on my head which needs checked out, because better safe than sorry, peace of mind is health. And then I think we should do a little browse in my local second-hand shop that I shared with you guys recently. They have such good things, and so it's a little guilty pleasure of mine. So like a little treasure. So we'll go do that, and then maybe grab a little coffee, and then come back to the salon and film some nail content. So yeah, a little wholesome day. This is like right in the middle of my windscreen and it's quite distracting. I don't think I could keep this here. Okay guys, so I've got my phone holder set up, tucked away, no distractions. Let me just show you. Here she is. So we're gonna get some really good driving content. And this thing is like really sturdy, like it's solid. It's not feeling cheapy plastic, although that's what it is, but it's definitely solid there. So hopefully no major shaking while we're driving. Let's go for a drive. Just stopped by the post office, so I'm gonna go post some Father's Day cards. Hiya, just a posties, please.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks drive-thru. What can I get for you?
Good morning, can I get a medium caramel latte please?
Medium caramel latte, absolutely. Do you want the whipped cream and drizzle on it?
No thanks, it's got enough calories.
No bother at all. Any other drinks?
That's me, thanks.
Good drink.
Lovely. Thank you, have a lovely day.
Thank you, yourself.
I genuinely get so excited to go to my local charity shop. I'm definitely in my charity shop
second-hand shop era. I'm back. I got some really good bargains. I can't wait to show you guys. This is becoming a really unhealthy obsession, borderline addiction. Could have worse addictions, I suppose. I also got speaking to like the regional manager of the charity shop, so that was really lovely. Yeah, I always feel so good going in there. It just gives me such a happy little warm cozy feeling. Anyway, let's go home. I just got back home with all my charity shop goodies, so let's have a little look, have a little try on. Hello, who's your little kitty girl? Hello. Did you miss me? See? I've got eye gunk. Ew. Okay, so first we have this sort of... That was my phone. First we have this Primark sort of zebra tigery print olive green blouse. I think this is like oversized, yeah, size 16, so it's going to be nice and baggy on, which I like, and it's got a long back, so it's nicely going to cover up my bum so I can wear it with leggings. Nice and comfortable in the salon, and this was just £2.50. Bargain. Next up we have, wait a second, pink floral kimono style dressing gown, house coats. I would think house coat is like the big fluffy ones. Dressing gown is like a little bit more zhuzhy, but that's a debate we're not going to get into. Anyway, so we have this, got a cover up. Just realised this doesn't have, I'll need to get some pink ribbon for this. This one will do for now. Freya! Stop! It's brand new! It's not brand new, it's second hand. Being a little rascal, stop clawing. Then this goes here, and then, ooh. Okay, I'm gonna need to do some figuring out on how this works because there's about a million loops everywhere, but anyway. She's cute, even just to shove on in the morning. Yeah, sad about the belt thing, but whatever. You can just get like a matching bit of ribbon, and yeah, for £1, you can't complain. There's not much £1 these days can buy you, so, ooh. Ah, that's it. I'm not going. It's originally from Debenhams. £1. Can you believe? £1. Fling it on in the morning. Lovely. Then I got this. Whoop! Then I got this long sleeve black stretchy. It's not a jumper. It's not a top. It's a top thing for race. Just a really nice sporty material. I need to get him to try it on. So it's by River Island, size medium, £4.50. Get a nice zip at the front. I just thought this was really smart. So I got that for race. Then I got, love this one. This is from Quiz. It's like a black jumper with a white shirt effect underneath. Again, long bum, which I like. So that's cute. This is size large and it was £4.50. Amazing. Then I got this sort of light pink stripy t-shirt, just really simple, plain. Originally from Marks and Spencer's, and I paid £3.50 for that. Nice material. Then I got this, oh, this was such a nice find. I got this little floral crop top, which is originally from Primark. It's size 12 and that was £3.50. So this looks slightly odd. The elasticy part is going up onto my boob area. Love it. Hopefully it fits. This charity shop actually takes returns as well because they don't have a fitting room. So if anything doesn't fit, I'm not stuck with it, which is
awesome. Last but not least, oh yeah, this is like a black bow dress. Highly likely it's not going to fit around my boobs, but we shall try it on anyway. Freya, move your ears. So yeah, as suspected, this does not fit, and I'm gutted because it's really cute. I love all this bow detailing. Yeah, kisses, mwah. Sad. It is what it is. So this is size 14, originally from Coasts, and I paid £6 for this. It is my size, but there's no stretch on it whatsoever, and I have quite a bit of boobage and buttage. But if not, I can just return it, and then that's like shop credit for my next lot of charity shop things. This is getting really toxic. I need to stop. I need to get on my Vinted and start getting rid of some stuff because we're gonna need a bigger house at this rate with a walk-in wardrobe, which we don't have currently, so that's the dream. I need to put that on my vision board.
As I head back down the stairs to the salon, I've grabbed a load of dirty laundry and I'm going to put a wash on, including Reese's new sweater.
I'm in the utility room, which is partly my office, partly house. I've got my washing machine on, so please ignore the background noise. But I have just managed to find a buyer on Facebook Marketplace for my Chloe chair. Ignore the stuff at the back there. There's just a bunch of things that I'm getting rid of. But yeah, I've managed to find a buyer for the Chloe chair, which is really good because it's just been sort of in the middle of the room in my way, so they're going to come and collect this tonight. So I'm going to give this another really good wipe over, just make sure that she's sparkling. And I've managed to sell these as a set, so they are going to pick up the saddle as well as the Chloe chair, so I'm glad to see them go. She's done me well, but her time is over. We have a new beauty bed, so adios. Reese is going to kill me for scratching this floor. Wow. Okay, that works, Okay, we're done. This is such a good buy for whoever it is that's coming to collect it today, because it's barely had any use. I have tried and tested and went through so many pedicure chairs. I might as well be a pedicure chair reseller at this point. It's actually not even funny, they're extortionate. And I must say, my £75 Marketplace bargain of a beauty bed that I have now has got to be the best one I have had, and I have spent in a region of £1,500, £2,000 for a pedicure chair, that being the REM pedicure chair which I had in the salon in the high street. This one I think is £300 odd, and it's a really good setup, but a little bit wibbly wobbly because for the person sitting here to rest their leg or foot, they've either got to rest it on your knee, or I had a little, let me show you, I had a little footstool like this, and honestly this kept wibbling and wobbling around like crazy, so not ideal. Whereas with the new bed, it's one piece of equipment, so when people rest their legs they can do that on the bed. I don't have to take the weight. There's no wibbly wobbly foot stand. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order a triangle knee cushion just to support people's legs, so where they've got the bend for me to be able to see their toes, it means they don't have to hold their legs in an awkward, uncomfortable position, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's complicated. It is a nice chair and I'm a bit sad to see it go, but it is what it is. So guys, I have had this Nails flocking powder for the longest time ever, and with no use for it, it's always just sat in my drawer. But with the latest Labubu trend,
I was like, ideal. I have fur for this Labubu creature thing. Let's do it. So if I want to make use of this little pot of fur, it's now or never. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to film some Labubu nail content. So I'm just deciding which background to use. This is like the hardest part, I think. Right, I don't think I want this one. So it's between this one or that one. This one might be a bit too dark, so I think I'm going to go for this one. That looks good. Yeah. Just going to pop the rest of these away. I'm actually going to fold these really big ones in half because they end up getting creases and I never use that big of a backdrop anyway. So I think that's an A3 size when they're folded in half. Yeah, it's A1. So when I fold it in half, it's A3 size. There we go, and that's much easier to pop away into my folder of backdrops. Let's fold this one in half as well. This is the one we're going to use. I have this tripod which I like to pop over here, and then I just sellotape the top of it on here. Catch the top of the paper. There we go. What I'll do is I'll tape this bottom bit as well so it doesn't move around. Before I do, I'm just testing the positioning. I think I'm quite happy with that. My nail is so stubby, my gosh. Tape goes down and we're ready to go. So I'm going to wear my glove just so that my skin doesn't distract what's going on in a video, if that makes sense. I don't know. A little bit uneven. I'm gonna actually take this off and just do that again. Okay, I am ready to go. Let's position these lights. Because once I start, I don't really want to change anything. I'm gonna make sure I'm comfortable as well. So I'm literally hugging this light here, which in a weird way is actually really comfortable. It's given me something to lean against and stabilise myself. Quite happy with that position, I think. I've got the grid on my DJI Pocket 3 as well, so it's really good for making sure that my thumb stays exactly in the same position throughout the video, so it's not distracting to watch. And I've got my POV here. I think I'm going to pop something under my wrist just so I'm at the right position, but I don't want that to get into the frame. Okay, it's in the frame when it goes to here. Okay, we are going to rock and roll. Where's my peely base? Almost forgot, I'm going to put a glove on my other hand as well, especially because I am going to be using clay today. Cool. And breathe. So I've got my peely base on. I'm just going to let that dry, and I might, for the video even, just do a little wave, 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 just to indicate that I'm wanting this to dry. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Probably 5.
I've recently been really enjoying Hona's XL Square full cover tips. So here I am picking out the right size for my thumb and getting the right shot in as well whilst I'm at it. With pure foundation, which, all the things you have to do behind the scenes, which adds to the filming time. Clean that bottle, that all important stringy gel shot before applying that full cover tip onto my thumbnail. Getting those really satisfying slow one swoop shots of me applying that pure foundation on my nail, and I'm not curing it just yet. I'm getting my lamp set up, but notice how I don't actually turn the light on before putting the full cover tip on my nail.
Well, that's Labubu. Well, I've got that clip anyway, so yeah, I've just took that off and I'm starting again. Yeah, not good. This is the bits that you don't see in those videos. So people are not always perfect. People make mistakes, so just remember that when you're sometimes feeling a bit about yourself, because I know I do, and then I just think, do you know what, the amount of mistakes that I make behind the scenes, so I don't let it ever really get to me. I have just wiped that nail with some acetone to get rid of all the nail dust. So here I'm just applying a little bit of cuticle oil around that nail just to take away the whiteness from around my nails. You would never do that in, you know, the regular process of doing nails because lifting and everything, but it is content and you do want everything to look continuous and clean and healthy. Moving on to applying gel polish. So I am doing this squiggly shot, and I swear down, I think I got the shot on third time round. So here you can see me wipe that off because it's not satisfying. I couldn't get it right again. Look, it's just going a bit meh. And then to remove it, I'm trying to do it in a way where I'm not touching the skin with the acetone again so that my skin doesn't go cloudy. But here we have the shot third time round. Keep an eye out for the final result coming soon. So it has been many, ridiculously many hours of sitting here at my setup, but she's finished and she's looking gorgeous. We've got our little Labubu. I'm really chuffed with the way she turned out. I was a bit skeptical at some points. I was like, oh, this fluff is not fluffing, but it turned out okay in the end, I think. Let me know what you guys think of my little Labubu nail. Oh, I'm so happy with it. But yeah, whilst I was working on this, the person came and collected the chairs, so that's all good. £260. Ka-ching! It's getting late, it's dinner time, and Reese is going to be home soon, so I'm going to go and jump over to the kitchen just as soon as I pop this heavy ass nail off my finger, and I'm going to do some dinner for us and have a really good dinner idea with some leftover chili. So cue the cooking session with Aggie. Just a little disclaimer, I am not a cook, so take what I do with a pinch of salt. But anyway, the result is really good. I've made this once before. So anyway, I've got a bunch of potatoes which are peeled, washed. So I'm going in with my potato peeler and I'm just slicing these potatoes into really thin slices. Now you could argue you could use a processor, but clearly I like a challenge, and we probably ended up having my skin and nails along with these slices, but besides the point, the potato peeler gets you really nice even thin slices, so that's good. Anyway, I'm just washing all these slices and I'm rinsing them out a couple of times because look at that water, it's disgusting. Filling this pot up with water and then I pop it onto the hob to bring it to boil. Add a little salt as well, and add quite a lot of salt because you want flavour. Getting my oven on to like, I don't know, 200 maybe? Who knows? Well, the water's not boiling yet, but anyway, I'm putting these potatoes in there. And yes, I'm using a ladle because I am. I don't want to splash water everywhere. Getting some cheese in the meanwhile, getting Reese's leftover chili out, and these potatoes have been in here for about 5, 6, 7, 8, who knows minutes. You just don't want these to turn to mush. Get rid of that water. Now you might want to run cold water over these to stop the cooking process, which is what I should have done, but I didn't. Didn't have any cooking butter, so I'm using some fake pack, Lurpak butter. Work smarter, not harder. I've had my casserole dish in the oven for about 5 minutes so that the butter would melt. Life hacks and all. In my head, the butter is going to stop these potatoes from sticking to the base. I hope there's sense to my logic. With my glove on, because I don't want a second degree burn, I'm layering these potatoes. The chili's been in the microwave, I'm layering that on, and then I'm layering cheese on. I'm going in with salt and pepper, and then I'm layering more potato and cheese and chili. And then my love arrived home and advised me I in fact didn't have to do any of that boiling process.
Ooh, stuff's been happening. Hello, camera.
You like that dinner?
Yeah. Is that the potato layered with chili again?
Yeah.
Many layers later, this potato lasagna is ready to go in the oven. Don't ask me what degrees and don't ask me the time because I don't know. We just guess.
Say hi, Freya. Freya. Say hi to YouTube family. Say hi. Kisses to the YouTube family. Kissy, kissy. Mwah.
What's it with you and singing when you're filming?
She's happy to see her daddy.
Yeah. I can't move though because this shirt is new. I don't want to have a digger clause.
That's the charity shop one.
Yeah.
Working that Zara bargain. £5.
Grab her off me.
Sometime after, hunger got the better of me and Reese, so this lasagna had to come out, and she looked pretty ready. Look at that. I was to guess, I think it was in the oven for 200 degrees for maybe 40 minutes. Don't quote me on that. Just don't. But you should definitely try this, and again, try your best. I don't have a recipe for this. I never did search for a recipe. I just one day thought, you know what, that's an idea that could work, and we love it, especially when we have leftover chili. So yeah, I'm adding a little side of sour cream. I'm topping it with some chives, which we grow in our own garden, along with some dill, which we do not grow in our own garden because it's been a year. Michelin style, laying out some of these cucumbers. Finish with a bit of salt and pep, and we are finished. Fresh straws washed and ready for some pudding. Let's see what the other half thinks.
Oh, smells so good.
Your turn. Good time.
Oh, flavors. Imagine like a jacket potato with chili and cheese in it, but it's like in a tray, so it's just easy to eat. So good. Whoever made that chili done a really good job. But nah, well good. Thank you, baby. Just what I needed after 10 hours of driving today.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, leave me a comment, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and of course, hit that bell button as well so that you'll be notified whenever I pop up on YouTube with a new video. If you're still here, thank you so much. I love you, and I shall see you next time. Bye! Gosh, that nail's heavy.